Thermal imaging is a very important part of a planned maintenance program on generator sets and emergency transfer switches. There are many reasons to undertake thermal imaging. Look for heat signatures. Check for any type of loose connection that may generate heat. Look at normal lugs, emergency lugs, and load lugs in the transfer switch. Look for loose connections and any anomalies. Do comparative testing. How does phase A compare to phase B and compare to phase C? Check the load on each phase. If it appears hotter on one phase, determine if there is more load on the phase, and if not, a connection problem. How does it compare year to year? Changes, additional loads, or connections that are deteriorating and generating heat. Tracking trends in testing will identify if loads are changing on the circuit or a connection is deteriorating and now generating a heat signature. The technician has to wear the correct gear when undertaking thermal imaging of contacts, including hearing protection, flame retardant shirt with long sleeves, balaclava over the neck, gloves, electrical hazard shoes, face shield, and safety glasses. First, we take readings within the transfer switch with the load being fed from the normal source. Using the voltmeter, measure and record the transfer switch voltage and check line to line and line to neutral. Record the measurements on the report. Next, check the amperage on the transfer switch and record the measurements. After recording the reading, thermal imaging begins. Images of all contacts are made and recorded by the thermal imagery for uploading to the inspection record stored on the computer. In addition to taking images of the transfer switch in normal mode, also take images of the control circuits. Take remaining images of a normal load and close the transfer switch door. After testing the transfer switch in the normal load position, the next stage is to undertake the same tests. Test the generator by pressing the test button. The transfer switch will then transfer to the emergency source. The load would remain connected through the transfer switch for 30 minutes. The emergency source is connected long enough for the lugs and other contacts to be heated under load. After the transfer switch has been connected to the emergency source, the transfer switch is accessed again with a technician wearing the required safety and protection gear. The voltage is verified and recorded. Test and record the amps on each phase. Thermal imaging is taken of the transfer switches. In addition, thermal images of the control circuits are taken. After testing, the transfer switch door is shut and the load switched back to its normal state from the emergency source. Our technicians use thermal imaging software to record and store individual thermal image inspections. Each report is logged against a specific installation. Using the software, our technicians have the ability to track historical performance from one inspection to another. Comparative reporting helps define trends and deterioration before they become issues. Thermal imaging inspections have become a very important part of generator and transfer switch planned maintenance programs. Following the correct procedures within a planned maintenance program can considerably reduce maintenance costs and unplanned outages due to equipment failure.